And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today is one Mr. Fancy Francis as we continue along this magical journey that is Doctor Who. How you doing today,
Mhm.
buddy?
Oh, not bad. How about yourself?
You know what? I can't complain. I saw you crack open a Truly and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go grab one too, Why not? It's been a long day.
I
Relax and unwind,
concur.
have fun.
Nothing like having a Truly and talking Doctor Who.
The Good Doctor. So here we are, season 1, episode number 8. Father's Day. This was a what would you say? Like an emotional episode?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be.
It was definitely supposed to be, but I don't feel like I feel like maybe if there would been more build up and character development, it could have been. But it's just kind of sprung on you in this episode. Rose wants to see her dad. And it was really weird, like kind of the way that they were doing it. Like things
And
are
I
happening and they're talking but that talking wasn't happening at the same time things were happening, and I I don't know, it was kind of weird. Um what'd you think?
I love that like whenever it starts off with her just be like, pretty much can I go back and see my dad while he's dying? I don't want him to be alone. And even the doctor's just like, where the hell is this coming from? Like like like
Oh,
excuse what?
you've got a dad? What?
Yeah, he goes, okay. like I mean, I would say my overall feeling with this episode was more of frustration than anything else. Um, due to Rose just being stupid.
Right, but she's also got valid points though too, right? Like, so first she just wants to see her dad, right? And then she's
Okay,
like,
yeah,
I want to be there for him so he doesn't die alone.
cool.
Okay.
Get it?
Oh,
That's fine.
she misses the chance because he dies really quick. He gets run over by a car. Um, and then she decides the second time they go back, which it's very double layer right here with your time travel, and this is where things are getting complicated, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, because they go. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
they're watching it, but then they go back in time, so they're watching them themselves watch it, right? So we're double layer there, and the doctor's saying, make sure you don't see you. Like then you start messing up with things and stuff like that. And then she just goes full rogue and it's like, you know what, screw it. And like comes running out of nowhere and spear tackles him and knocks him out of the way and saves his life. And then that whole interaction is kind of weird. Because now she's leaving with him and they're going to his house and like
Yeah. So pretty much, I'm okay with everything up to her just bolting, tackling the dad so he doesn't get hit. They see her, like the first
right.
thems
But then they
see
disappear.
her, then they fizzle out, and then all hell breaks loose. And the awkward stuff of Rose's mom saying like she's pretty much a lady of the night type person, and it's just like I don't know, like it's kind of a frustrating and like weird episode.
It is, and like you get young little Rose at like 5 or whatever, right? And her mom's telling her all about her dad. Oh, your dad was a great man, blah blah blah, telling her all this good stuff about it. And then when she meets him, she finds out, yeah, he's not really that great. Like and not only that, but like they pretty much almost like hate each other, right? Like
And I kind of felt like that wasn't necessarily a shock, because like whenever they're like talking about, oh yes, your dad is this and your dad is all like super like almost ridiculous positive things. You're like because I honestly I forgot about this episode again because it's one of those episodes you're not really gonna remember once you're on season 55.
oh
You
no.
know what I mean? Like so like watching it, I was like, oh, I kind of don't remember that. And just like So whenever they tell the stories of like your dad used to be blah blah blah, I'm just like, nah, this dude's gonna be like an asshole. He's gonna be a terrible person, and he was. I was like, all right, yeah,
It was so bad.
he's the kind of guy I'm even like, let's stay away from him.
Yeah, and then you also get the little bit of a shocker. So like, Rose is a baby in this episode, like a new infant, and Mickey is like, he's like 5, right? 5, 6.
Yeah, so I'm very curious of what the age difference is supposed to be in the current times.
Yeah, because they seem like they're the same age, but they're
Yeah.
not. Because she's an infant and he's up walking around talking.
I didn't
You
even
know?
think about this.
He's at the age where they're leaving him at the playground by himself, right?
He's running around. He's talking.
Yeah.
He probably is 5 or 6, and she is maybe 1.
No, she's not even 1. That's
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Yeah.
like a stretch. Like
yeah,
that.
that's a so you got a good 5-year age gap there, and I think she's like current time she's like 19, right?
I think so. It was something like that.
So that
It
puts
was
him at like
still
around
young.
like 24, 25.
25-year-old dating a 19-year-old.
Which okay, but she's
Still
like
weird.
pretty new at 19. So
And it's weird that like Rose's mom, it kind of felt like she was being a mom to
him,
him.
yeah.
So then I don't know, things just didn't add up.
Yeah. But then you find out, so the doctor gets pissed off about all this, right? He's pissed because and he's like, so when I first met you and I said time machine, this was the first thing. She's like, no, this wasn't why I did this. This wasn't my intent. And he's like, well, this is crap. I picked up the wrong person again. I'm leaving you, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, you walk around saving people all the time. So what's the difference between you and me? And he's like, well, I know what I'm doing. Like, he goes, have you not think that maybe I thought to go and save? I'm the only person of my race left. I could have saved my whole planet, but I haven't because of, but yeah, so you have all that. And then you have people just start disappearing. And it turns out they're reapers is what they are. And they're basically just sucking people away, like just eating them. And they're there to try and fix time, not even fix time. Like, I don't necessarily understand their purpose, like, because it's just kind of like, so like Reapers, I think of in the Flash, where they have when he's going back in time and things like that, they have them that come and try and stop him. Am I back?
We're good. There we go.
I'm good. We're back. All right.
I was just waiting. I was like, all right, am I about to take this over? But yeah, no,
they don't serve a purpose. The Reapers, they don't serve a purpose other than just erasing time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, the only it very much was like the Flash type thing whenever they've messed around too much with time and all that kind of shit. So it again it I think they were shooting for something that they failed at on this episode. I feel like the only thing that I think was worth it through this actual episode was the whole like the doctor kind of. I feel like the doctor and Rose bonded more off of this in the long run, but still like this would actually be the only episode I'd tell you so far. It's okay if you'd skip it. Just to be honest, like if you're watching these part-time nerds before you go watch the episode, I'm telling you it's not necessary. If you want to watch it, cool, go for it. But I'm just letting you know, like it's not a vital. You're not. I don't think you're missing really anything that spectacular. So.
Yeah, there's definitely not a lot to this. You've got the Reapers serve no purpose. You've got the TARDIS like disappears, like it's not working, but then he's trying to charge it with a key and a battery, and then he's bringing it back only for Rose to screw everything up and to touch herself, which the doctor strictly told her not to.
Touched her
And
baby self.
right,
Like
yeah,
yeah.
So,
Just to be clear.
and so you have that, and then the Reaper gets in, and the doctor jumps in front and sacrifices himself, and the TARDIS disappears, and you're like, holy crap. Well, I know that's not the end of him because I mean we're only on season 1, episode 8. We've got a long way to go. But you see the car stuck on that loop, and then her dad finally decides, it's funny because like he's like, so what am I like? What was it like with me? How good of a dad I was? And she's like, oh, you were great. You took us on picnics. You did this. You did that. You did all this. And he's like, yeah, that's not me. Like he completely read through all that. He's like, yeah, no, that wasn't me. I was kind of a deadbeat,
Yeah.
And he jumps in front of the car, and then everything comes back. But then the whole story like changes. So now they find out who ran over her dad, and then her mom's kind of got a different story revolved around him and things like that. So, but I mean, all in all, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was an episode.
And that's it. Like, I mean, one thing that I feel like is a common thing throughout, well, what the 8 episodes is, it's almost like they have a really good, strong episode, or like 2 episodes, and then like a filler, and then a good episode or a few episodes, and then a filler. So it's kind of just like a common thing of like, they even know, okay, we can't make every single episode like the best. And so I feel like it's one of those where it's just a filler. I think I can hear you, but you're stuck. Which I don't know if he can hear me. I'm guessing not. I don't even know how to take this off on my own. Finish it. I'll reboot. Fantastic. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the cool exit music, but again, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and pull him off here. Thanks for watching Part-Time Nerd. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment. We like seeing all these comments come through about, what you like to see, especially with this Doctor Who stuff. I don't know how to finish it. This isn't my show. I shouldn't be doing this. But if there's anything that you want Alan to watch, make sure you hit him up. Let him know. Maybe I'll even join him. If you guys like me enough. We'll see. Right. So we'll check you guys later. Have a good one.